Yes, we are live, 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 live. Happy Goddess Temple Sunday, y'all. Oh, I just realized that for some odd reason here on, let's see, my beauties on Facebook and YouTube, you're not getting the good camera. Let me see if I can switch it. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Coming at you now in 5K. Hello, Instagram. Good morning, all my podcast people. Oh, now the light is all bright and everything. Okay, well, that's the 5K for you. Good morning. Aloha. Yes. Hello. So glad to see you. If we are just meeting for the first time, I am Abiola Abrams, author of The African Goddess Initiation, the best-selling African Goddess Initiation. Yes. Creatrix of the African Goddess Rising Oracle cards in English and French. Yes. And founder of the Priestess of Power Retreat, a current offering from Mawu's Goddess Mystery School. So today we're going to be getting into manifesting what you are calling forward in your life. Happy Sunday. Yes, so glad to see you, whatever day when you are watching this. But we are going to start with, like I just did, we're going to start with I want some showing off. I want some bragging. I want to hear, what is going on, what things you have already manifested before we get into an additional manifestation. What have you already manifested in your life? Let me know. Yay, Goddess Debbie says, I have your book. That is wonderful. So I want to say to Goddess Debbie and everybody who has the book, because someone just said to me the other day with a very guilty countenance, like, I started your book, but I didn't finish it. One of our beautiful goddesses who's coming on the retreat. And what I said to her is that the African Goddess Initiation is a book that you do. So it's not a book that you have to read from cover to cover. It's like a cookbook, a book that you do, not necessarily like a book that you need to feel guilty. You don't need to feel guilty about anything for not reading cover to cover. It is a cookbook of rituals, of manifestations, of African goddesses, of the divine. And so that is how I want you to approach it. Okay. So yay. All right. Yes. So let's do some showing off here. Goddess Yolanda says she has the book and deck also. That is beautiful. Hello, Goddess Jamie. Hello, Goddess Mersa. Hello, Goddess Asha. Hello, Goddess Sabrina. Hello, Goddess Marie. Hello, Goddess Mariana. Hello, Goddess Beautiful Brown Queen. Hello, Sierra. Beautiful Goddess Sierra. Hello, everyone. Hello, Goddess Julia. Welcome. Okay, so like I said, today we're going to be doing some manifesting. We're always manifesting, but today we are purposefully manifesting. So you definitely want to stay until the end. And I want you to begin by letting me know what you have already manifested. Someone says, I have manifested greatness. Yes, I feel you on that. Someone says, I'm claiming that I am the goddess's nutritionist. Ooh, I am in need of a nutritionist, Goddess Tynesha. So that sounds delightful. Let me know what you manifest. Someone said, I manifest money unintentionally, but now I manifest confidence next. Yes. Okay, beautiful. What have you manifested? What have you called forward in your life? Here's a different way to phrase that same exact question. What are you grateful for? What are you grateful for? Because the things that you are grateful for, we have already manifested in our lives. Someone said, what is the deck? I will Google it afterward. You can find the deck and everything at womanifesting.com. Somebody put that link in the comments, not manifesting.com, but womanifesting.com. And I have a bunch of wonderful free resources for you right now at womanifesting.com/links. Put that in the comments, womanifesting.com/links. Yes, I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my business. I'm grateful for life. I'm loving this. Yes. Someone says, any tips? Stay tuned. We've got to get into some gratitude as a circle. And then, yes, I'm grateful for waking up daily. Beautiful Goddess Gabrielle. Yes. I am grateful for my loving relationship. Ah, beautiful. And Goddess Deborah says, I manifested my loving relationship and now I'm newly engaged. Yes to the engagement. Hello, Goddess Deborah. Yes, show that ring, girl. Yes, yes, beautiful, beautiful. Manifested a baby. Yes, congratulations. Manifested my new business. Excellent. Okay, good, good, good. Okay, hold on, hold on, hold on. We are getting ahead of our magical selves. We're going to be tapping on manifestation. We're going to be talking about the law of assumption and what that means for you in your life, all of this and more. But first, we have to get into some gratitude, because as boring as it sounds, the most powerful manifesting tool that you have at your fingertips, at your disposal, at your energy is the power of gratitude. You giving thanks for what you are calling forward. So when we make, whether it's vision boards, whether you do affirmations, whether you do some of the metaphysical rituals and techniques that are in African Goddess Rising, whether you do that kind of manifesting, whether you do, call it conjure, alchemy, whatever it is, all of that is gratitude in the future, gratitude for what we perceive as future that we're calling forward. So we want to begin today, especially on this beautiful Sunday at the time of our recording, with some gratitude, just to call our energy back to ourselves here as a sacred circle. So let's just begin with that. If you can, just put your hands over your heart space or your womb space and just breathe. Let's just take a nice big inhale and exhale. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And I want you to just say out loud, the power is in the present moment. Say that out loud. The power is in the present moment. Yes. Speak it out loud. My power is in the present moment. All power is in the present moment. And now I want you, my beautiful, intuitive goddess sister or enlightened man, or however you call yourself to be, I want you to just feel into our sacred circle. Feel into our sacred circle. Feel the energy of all of us who are sitting in this sacred circle right now. And now I want you to lean energetically to the energy, to the sister to the left of you. Hello, goddess. Okay, maybe she's in Ethiopia. Take her hand. Lean energetically into the energy of the sister to the right of you. Hello, goddess. Maybe she is in Brooklyn, New York. And now we begin together with Mother, Father, God. Thank you so very much. Ooh, I feel that energy. Yes. Thank you so very much for waking us up this morning. Thank you so very much for bringing us together in this sacred circle. To gather together like this is nice and powerful. Thank you so very much for reminding us that if you brought us here in this moment, if you woke us up today, that our mission is not yet complete. Thank you for giving us the power to tune in wherever we are in this circle, wherever we are in our lives, to come together and to be able to call forward the life that we are imagining, not only for ourselves, but for our global community. Thank you so very much for giving us all of the gifts that you have given us, the abundance to be able to be here in this circle, the health and well-being to be able to show up together, the love that it takes in order for us to be joyful, to make a joyful noise, to have a joyful community, to have a joyful moment. And the brilliance and wherewithal that it takes to call forward all of our dreams and desires. Please continue to guide us, to keep us, to let us know at any moment where you would have us go, what you would have us do, what you would have us say, and to whom. And for this, we are so very grateful, so very grateful. And we say, in your name, amen, ashe, and so it is, 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 amen, ashe, and so it is. Amen, ashe, and so it is. Goddess Anissa said, I'm from Ethiopia. Hello, Goddess. Yes, so we were connecting with you around this sacred circle. Amen. Ashe, and so it is. Somebody type that in the comments. Yes, hit the share button. As a matter of fact, put some positivity on your timeline today. Amen. Ashe, and so it is. So Goddess Anissa and everyone else, the reason why Ethiopia came to me as where we were connecting in our sacred circle is that I was thinking about the law of assumption, which most people attribute to the person that wrote this and put it forward for us, Neville Goddard. Neville Goddard was a spiritual teacher and mystic from the early 20th century. But Neville Goddard shares something that fewer people know, that his teacher, his spiritual teacher, was a man named Abdullah. He learned the law of assumption and everything else that he learned from an Ethiopian mystic named Abdullah. So Abdullah, whose last name he never shared with us, we don't know Abdullah's last name, but we do know, so all praises to great ancestor Abdullah. Abdullah is the reason why we are here today, a century and a half later, talking about the law of assumption. Abdullah, great ancestor Abdullah, is the reason why half the people are talking about manifesting and the law of attraction and the things that we're talking about. Oh, I'm getting chills. I'm getting chills talking about it. This all comes from Abdullah, this spiritual teacher from Ethiopia, sharing the teachings that he learned in his homeland and bringing those forward and sharing them with others. So somebody right now is waiting for you and your voice. Somebody whose name you will never know one day is going to say, oh yes, I remember Jamie, great ancestor Rosalind. I remember Samantha. I remember Megan. I remember Dion, yes, that shared with me these teachings, that shared them with my teacher, that shared them with me. Yes, hit the share button, put some positivity on your timeline. We are so very grateful for great ancestor Abdullah and all of his teachers and all of his ancestors who showed up and showed out and gave us these teachings that now we have, that we're able to sit here in full abundance, in full gratitude, in full openness, and talk about what we want to call forward in our lives. Yes, what we want to call forward in our lives. Absolutely. Goddess Illustrious says, wow, I heard Goddard referencing him, but I didn't know that he was Ethiopian. Absolutely. Absolutely. He was 100% Ethiopian, a Black Ethiopian man, and he is the person who shared these teachings. Yes, Abdullah, yes. Just type his name in the comments. Just type his name. Let our ancestor just feel the love. Yes, thank you. We are so very grateful. Don't worry about the spelling right now. Just type Abdullah. Yes. Oh, I'm getting chills. Yes, just type Abdullah. Thank you, Abdullah. Thank you, Abdullah, for giving us this knowledge. Thank you, Abdullah. Yes. Oh, for giving us this knowledge. Our names are spells. So yes, Abdullah, we thank you. We are so very grateful. And what we are thanking Abdullah for is the law of assumption, which basically says that what we assume to be true is what we are calling forward in our lives. Now, let me share with you how I even learned about this to begin with. So the saying, what we seek is seeking us. Rumi, the Sufi poet Rumi said, what we are seeking is seeking us. Type that in the comments. What I am seeking is seeking me. And I have found this to be so true in so many ways, shapes, and forms. And I first didn't even know what that meant. When I heard it, I was like, what you're seeking is seeking you. Like, what does that even mean? What does that even mean? So I'll give you an example. So my mother's ex mailman named Steve, shout out to Steve, used to recommend to me that I read Neville Goddard and Joseph Murphy and all of these teachers from the early 20th century who were leaders of what was called at that time the New Thought movement. Okay. Now, what is interesting about this is that, you know, at that time, I was very focused on whatever I was focused on at that time. And I was hanging out a lot with my parents and not going to a lot of events, and was really focused on, I know what I was focused on. I was deep in my own spiritual studies of manifestation and of, how I was going to create the life that I desire, a lot of the life that I am living now. And, I was feeling like, okay, well, I should be I'm in New York City. I need to take advantage of New York City. I need to be, the knowledge is out there somewhere. I've got to go to more events. I've got to go to more things. And I wasn't doing that because I was dealing at the time, I'm remembering now, with a lot of social anxiety and other things like that. And just, kind of just staying to myself and not going out and about. And the spirit said, okay, I got you. If Muhammad won't go to the mountain will come to Muhammad. And sent Steve, the mailman, the most random of things that you can think of, the incredible Steve, to show up. And every single time that I saw him, he would passionately stress to me, like urgently, like, look, you've got to read this. You've got to go get Neville Goddard. You've got to be reading these things. And I would tell him, yeah, I know about it. I read it. I skimmed it. It's the same thing that everybody's talking about. And he would say, no, 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 no. It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. Steve the Mountain. Yes. Yes. Steve was the mountain that was showing up. What we are seeking is seeking us. Someone said it takes a minute to acclimate to New York City energies. I feel you on that. I'm from here though. I was born and raised here. So oftentimes people will ask me when, I'm walking around and like trying to find something and can't find where I'm going, and I'll ask for directions. They'll be like, oh, don't worry, you'll find New York, you'll get acclimated. And I'm like, child, if I haven't acclimated by now. Born and raised. But thank you. Yes, shout out to Steve the Mountain. So Steve was the source of saying, hey, go and read. I know at that time, like I was also studying very heavily Abraham Hicks, and Steve was like, no, take it back further, take it back further. And so Neville Goddard took me back further to Abdullah, the Ethiopian teacher. And then I was like, okay, let me go and start reading about ancient Ethiopian teachings and spiritual science. And a lot of that is actually an African goddess initiation. So thank you, Steve, for that. Thank you, Steve, for that. So yes. So what do you assume to be true about your life? Let me know. Let me know. Type that in the comments. That's a question probably no one has asked you. Let's think about that. What do you assume to be true at our basic level, right? You assumed that you would wake up today. You assume that you have your family, however you term your family to be. You assume that you have your means of finance and commerce, whether it's your business or you have a job or whatever it is. What do you assume to be true about your life? Let's get into the law of assumption. We talk about the law of attraction, but the law of assumption is super powerful because it is what we are literally at this moment creating and not aware of what we are creating. It is the source. Yes, someone says, I assume that I will have clean water. Absolutely. That is a huge assumption. I lived in Guyana for most of the past year, and my water had to be pumped in order for me to have clean water. So that is a huge assumption. Yes, we assume those things. I assume that when I started this video that the internet would start, right? I assume these things. There are things, certain things that for me as a human being living in New York in the United States that I assume to be true. I assume to be healthy. Yes. Yes. Let's take it one step further. Let's reach it one step beyond. What is it? I'm going to flip it. What is it that you desire in your life that you assume will be difficult to get? So a lot of times we want to call something forward and we're creating stages for it, right? So if, for example, you are, when I said, okay, well, I want to create $1 million business. In my head, I had stages. I was like, okay, first I'm gonna need to make X amount of money, and then I'll create a six-figure business, and then I'll create a multi six-figure business, and then that will lead. I had these stages and steps, and of course, it took the stages and steps because I'm the one that had the stages and steps. But what if I just assumed there are a lot of folks who come out of the gate and have the ability to impact more people because that's what it means. If you're saying, I want X amount, a business that makes X amount of money, we're talking about impact and the people that you impact. What if I had assumed that I could come out of the gate and just impact that many people? So, what is it that you feel like, okay, I want? Yes, being rich or wealthy, a number of different people are saying, yes, yes, that they feel like being rich or wealthy would take stages and would be difficult. Right. Yes, financial freedom. Everyone's actually saying financial freedom. Everyone's saying yes, the same thing. Yes, being healthy. Yes, someone said losing weight. Right. Yes. Yes. So we have these stories that we tell ourselves. Someone says being a homeowner. Someone says being in a relationship, not being lonely. Yes, we have these stories that we tell ourselves. We assume that that will be difficult. We assume that it will be difficult to have the money that we want. We assume that it would be difficult to have the family that we want. We assume that it'll be difficult to have the relationship that we want. We assume that, okay, I've got to work hard for this thing. And there's nothing wrong with hard work on its surface. But here is the energetic challenge with the story, because it's just a story. Hard work is just a story. Type that into the comments. Hard work is just a story. It's just a story. And yes, I'm sitting here in all my West Indianness, 12 job self, hard working, hard working self to tell you that hard work is just a story. It's a story that has been repeated to us. It's a story that capitalism benefits from by telling us that, yes, we must work hard. Yes, that we have to work hard in order to have the things that we have. We have to work hard in order to deserve the things that we have. We have to work hard in order to have joy, in order to have pleasure. And so many of us then have these stipulations, these hurdles that we create for ourselves around our joy, hurdles around love and well being. We're just like the mailman Steve showed up with, answers for me to questions that I had, just like Steve showed up with answers that are now in my book that Steve helped make me. Steve and Abdullah and Neville Goddard helped to make me a best-selling author. Right. So just like that, like there are, it could be the love of your life could show up at your door in the same exact way. The person with the keys to you having more impact in the world and could show up in that way. The person with the keys to, you having the health and the physical wealth and well-being that you're wanting, the body health that you're wanting could show up in that way. You see what I'm saying? So we have these stories about hard work, these stories about people like me. Someone finish that sentence, people like me, in regard to the struggle that you just wrote about. People like me, a story that you inherited from either your family, from your friend group, from society, people like me. Here's a people like me story that I inherited. People like me have to work twice as hard to get half as far. Twice as hard, half as far. And that is a story that is so ingrained in my being that it is still just like the have to work hard. It's a story that I am energetically still on a daily basis making a shift away from, on a daily basis making a shift from, and shifting into the story that people like me do get lucky. It is lucky, lucky, right? Lucky just means a blessing. It is lucky that the mailman, Steve the mailman, would be telling me, about Neville Goddard and Abdullah and spiritual teachers. It is lucky that that happened. It's manifestation, it's a blessing, it's assumption, but it is also luck. Now, did I also already have to be, I'm a writer, I'm already a spiritual teacher, I'm from a family of healers and mystics. I already have all of that. Yes, but it's still luck. It's still luck. And this is also a story that I personally have had a challenge with. And so that's why I'm sharing it with you, because I know that, for me, I've shared with you before that, if someone says to me like, "Oh, you're so lucky that that happened." Oh my gosh, that's one of the things that gets under my skin the most. Like, what do you mean it's lucky? Okay, yeah, it's lucky that for 20 years, I busted my butt and, this, that, and the third in order to get the things that I'm calling forward. But I'm inviting you to make this shift now. Yes, Goddess, beautiful brown queen says, people like me are royalty. I am inviting you. I don't want you to, no one should ever want, if they struggled for 20 years, for somebody else to be struggling for 20 years. I want you to go to the door and for the mailman to give you $1 million idea that you're able to put into activation with no struggle, no doubt at all. I want that for you. I want you to thrive. I want my clients and my students to surpass anything that I've done ever and anything that I ever will do, because I'm just getting started too, right? It is really, really imperative for us to make that shift. For me, like I said, away from like hard work, which is so ingrained in every cell almost. And I'm going to stop saying that because that's a spell by itself for me to continue to affirm that. I'm going to shift away from that and shift into I am lucky. I'm lucky. Type into the comments, I'm lucky. And it feels, even just to say that, it feels antithetical to the idea. It feels like we're saying something bad or wrong, to say, to be able to even just say, well, I'm lucky. Because yes, there are a lot of things that we struggle with, have had challenges with, all of those things, but I'm not talking about that. I am talking about not where you're from, but where you at. Not from where you've been, but where you're going. I am now choosing to be lucky. Type that in the comments. I am now choosing to be lucky. Choosing to be lucky. When I think of my beautiful baby girl, hi, Ruby. Hi, baby. Mommy loves you. When I think of my beautiful baby girl, I want her to be lucky. I want my baby girl to be lucky. Yes, of course I want her to be lucky. I want schools to bow at her feet. I want employers or her business that she starts. I want money to just come to her easily and effortlessly. I want every health and wellness goal that she ever sets in her life to be within the snap of her fingers. I want all love to surround her from everywhere. I want money to come to her from unexpected sources. Yes, Goddess Aurora says, hi, Rich Ruby. Yes, that's my nickname for her. Hi, Rich Ruby. And I tell her when I'm speaking life into her, I say, oh my goodness, you are a phenomenal human being. You are a humanitarian. You give so easily. People love you everywhere you go. Oh my goodness, everything comes to you. You're so healthy and strong. You're such a thriver. You are a magnificent human. All of this that I want for my child is what our spiritual, our heavenly, our divine, our sacred parents want for us. This is what the creator, this is what your ancestors want for you. They want you to be lucky. Your ancestors want you to be lucky. Type that in the comments. My ancestors want me to be lucky. So while you might have inherited, the well-meaning folks who raise you, who may have, taught us the same stuff that they taught, that yes, it's a struggle. Yes, we've got to struggle, but maybe one day, you'll get there. Maybe one day, all of that stuff. Your ancestors who have transitioned, who are on the other side and are able to take a breath and look and say, ah, yes, I want my child, you, me. They want us to be lucky. They want us to thrive. Your ancestors want you to be rich. Type into the comments, my ancestors want me to be rich. Your ancestors want you to be healthy. My ancestors want me to be healthy. Type that in the comments. Your ancestors want you to love your body. Type that in the comments. My ancestors want me to love my body. Your ancestors want you to feel pleasure. Type into the comments, my ancestors want me to feel pleasure. Yes, your ancestors want you to feel good. My ancestors want me to feel good. Type it in the comments. Your ancestors, oh, I feel like I'm levitating. Yes, your ancestors want you to create. They want you to be a creative genius that you are. Type into the comments, my ancestors want me to be a creative genius. My ancestors want me to be a creative genius. Yes. Yes. My ancestors want me to be a humanitarian. Type that in the comments. My ancestors want me to be a humanitarian. Yes. Your ancestors want all of this for you and more. Your creator wants this for you. Type into the comments. My creator wants me to thrive. My creator wants me to thrive. My creator wants me to thrive. My creator wants me to be abundant. My creator wants me to be happy. My creator wants me to be happy. My creator wants me to be happy. And so what you are doing when you step into your luckiness, which it's interesting because someone had told me last week to look at, they said there's a lucky girl movement, which I love the name of it, lucky girl movement on TikTok. Haven't had a chance to check it out, but I love that because that is what the divine desires for us. The divine desires luckiness for us. The divine doesn't desire for us to struggle in any way, shape, or form. In any way, shape, or form. Your creator wants you to be happy. So we're going to just do some tapping on that. Let's just do some tapping on that. I want to share with you a resource. I am in the Tapping Summit, which is an annual free extravaganza with something like, I think maybe like 20 something or more tapping teachers. Our beautiful elder goddess Iyanla, she has a video right now that I have on screen. If you can go to tinyurl.com/tap with Iyanla to see her interview, because I'm not here just to promote myself. I'm here to, as I said, to make impact, to help you to be who you were born to be. That is my purpose. That is my ashe. So that means sharing the knowledge where I find it. So go to tinyurl.com/tap with Iyanla to see this beautiful video of goddess Iyanla Vanzant. Tap with Iyanla. tinyurl.com. Somebody type it in the comments. tinyurl.com/tap with Iyanla to tap with goddess Iyanla Vanzant. So let me just share with you a quick story before we get into tapping about believing in ourselves and believing in our friends and the people around us, okay? Because it's not just about believing in you. Pick somebody's name out of the comments and just type their name and say such and such, I believe in you. So there's goddess Jamie, I see goddess Andrea, I see goddess Jamila. Just type somebody's name. Goddess Tina, goddess Charisse, goddess Marie. Just type somebody's name and say, I believe in you. I believe in you. I believe in you. Goddess Norma, yes, your creator wants you to be lucky. Yes, Goddess Norma, I believe in you. Goddess Andrea, I believe in you. Yes, Yes, we are here to believe in each other. That is one of the most powerful things that happens at the goddess retreats, is that we manifest faster because we're manifesting together, because we're holding a vision jointly. And so about 10 years ago, I asked my best friend, who is a world-class filmmaker, to make a video of me doing tapping. She was unfamiliar with tapping at that time, but I probably maybe had just gotten certified or something like that. And so I made this video, and she thought what I was doing was crazy, but she didn't tell me that at the time. It wasn't until like a few months later she saw Goddess Iyanla tapping on something on TV, and she said, "Oh, that tapping you were doing was a real thing." Yeah. So many of our friends and family, maybe look at us and don't know, don't believe, don't understand what we're doing, but trust me, they will come back. They will understand. They will get it when they see you thriving. And if they don't, it's all good. I believe in you. Goddess Rosalind says, Goddess Norma, I believe in you. Goddess Jamie says, I believe in you, Andrea. Yes. Goddess Joy says, Goddess Andrea, I believe in you. Yes, we believe in each other. And we are claiming, in addition to this being our priestess era, type into the comments, priestess era. In addition to this being our priestess era, yes, let us enter our lucky girl era. And if that's not how, the TikTok folks are using it, I don't know, because I didn't check out the thing that you sent me, sis, who sent that to me yet. But it is our lucky girl era. Yes, I'm in my lucky girl era. Claim that I'm in my lucky girl era. I'm in my lucky girl era. And with that, I will attempt to not be as offended when anybody says that I am lucky. Because what I'm doing, I'll speak for myself, I had a family member do this recently, call me lucky, and it's really bothering me. And I am in my head gathering what I'm going to say to confront them and talk to them about it, but maybe not, because I'm in my lucky girl era. What we do when we cut off is cut off the energy. If we say, even if it is true, we feel the need to say, no, I'm not lucky. Here's how I've struggled. We're reinforcing our belief in struggle. We're reinforcing our belief in strife. We're feeling like that is the badge of honor that we carry. And we're feeling the need to carry that energy forward, unbeknownst to us, to say, yes, I've struggled. Look at the way that I've struggled. I've struggled to have these things. And so what we're saying to ourselves is, I've got to continue to struggle in order to have, because that's the only way to be worthy. When we are worthy and deserving right now, you're worthy and deserving. Boom, boom. As soon as you pop out of the womb, I'm worthy and deserving right now. Type into the comments, I am worthy and deserving right now. Right now. I am worthy and deserving right now. Right now. I am in my lucky girl era. Yes, the struggle is over. I am in my lucky girl era because I have nothing to prove. Type into the comments, I have nothing to prove. Let's just start with our tapping. Just tap on the sides of your hand. We'll just do a short one. Tap on the sides of your hand. Tap along. Yes, I'm worthy and deserving right now. And just repeat after me. My lucky girl era. My lucky girl era. If you're unfamiliar with tapping, it's okay. Just do it. Repeat after me. Afterward, you can just search for Abiola and tapping, and the info will come up. I am worthy and deserving right now. I am worthy and deserving right now. Top of the head. I have nothing to prove. Eyebrow points. For so long. Sides of the eyes. I thought that I had to be worthy. Under the eyes. For so long. Under the nose. I thought that I had something to prove. Under the mouth. For so long. Collarbones. I thought that I had to prove that I was deserving. Under the arms. For so long, I thought that I was not worthy. Top of the head. For so long, Eyebrow points. I was scared that I wasn't good enough. Sides of the eyes. I thought I had to prove that I was good enough. Under the eyes. I thought that I had to prove that I was good enough. Under the nose. I thought that I had to prove that I am enough. Under the mouth. For so long, I believed this lie. Collarbones. For so long, I believed these lies. Under the arms. But now, I'm waking up. Top of the head. I have woken up now. Eyebrow points. Now, I am awake. Sides of the eyes. Now, I know the truth. Under the eyes. Now, I can see the truth. Under the nose. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. Under the mouth. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. Eyebrow points. Nope, sorry, collarbones. I am worthy right now. Under the arm. I am worthy and deserving of all great things. Top of the head. I am worthy and deserving of all great things. Eyebrow points. I'm choosing to believe in myself. Sides of the eyes. Because I have nothing to prove. Under the eyes. I have nothing to prove. Under the nose. I am already worthy. Under the mouth. I am already enough. Collarbones. I am already worthy. Under the arm. I am already enough. Top of the head. So I'm allowing myself to be lucky. Eyebrow points. I am allowing myself to be lucky. Sides of the eyes. I am allowing myself to be lucky. Under the eyes. I'm letting luck in now. Under the nose. It feels good to be lucky. Under the mouth. I am lucky in health. Collarbones. I am lucky in well-being. Under the arm. I am lucky in love. Top of the head. I am lucky in money. Eyebrow points. I am lucky in business. Sides of the eyes. It feels good to be lucky. Under the eyes. Because I have nothing to prove. Under the nose. Because I have nothing to prove. Under the mouth. It feels good to be lucky. Collarbones. Every day in every way, things are working out for me. Underarm. Every day in every way, things are working out for me. Top of the head. Every day in every way, things are working out for me. Eyebrow points. Because I have nothing to prove. Sides of the eyes. Because I have nothing to prove. Under the eyes. I'm a lucky girl. Under the nose. I am a lucky girl. Under the mouth. Struggle doesn't live here anymore. Collarbones. Struggle doesn't live here anymore. Under the arms. I deserve good things. Top of the head. And I have nothing to prove. Eyebrow points. I deserve good things. Sides of the eyes. And I have nothing to prove. Under the nose. Yes, I am lucky. Under the mouth. Yes, I am lucky. Collarbones. It feels good to be lucky. Under the arms. And it all works out for me. Top of the head. Everything works out for me. Yes, let's repeat that. Everything works out for me. Yes, Everything works out for me. That's our mantra, okay? Everything works out for me. Yes. I don't have to explain myself. Everything works out for me. I don't have to prove myself. Everything works out for me. Yes? Yes! Are you receiving that today? Everything works out for us. We have nothing to prove. We are lucky. Everything works out for us. Have a magnificent day, a magnificent week, and I look forward to hearing all of the wonderful things, the lucky things that are seeking you. Everything works out for us. Yes, everything, every single thing works out for us.